This production is made by Whitbeer Park. Don't forget the Brave Brew! These will be the ingredients that we will be using to create our iced tea brew. Pale malt extract, coriander seeds, Saz hops, Irish moss, black tea, lager yeast, lemon zest. 2.5 gallons of water will be added into our fermenting bucket. Using the guide, we will add that into our brew kettle, which we will heat up to a boil. Once the water begins to heat, we will add in our pale malt extract and stir with a plastic paddle to get a good mixture. The water will continue to heat. 15 minutes prior to the boil, we will add in the coriander seeds and stir with our plastic paddle. Once the 15 minutes are up, we will take the brew kettle off the burner and add our tea into a muslin mesh bag, which we will extract from tea bags and add into the brew kettle with our pale malt extract and coriander seeds. The tea will be submerged into the brew kettle using a plastic paddle and let steep for 20 to 30 minutes. The Irish moss will be added to the mixture as well as the Saz hops and stir again with the plastic paddle. The muslin mesh bag with the tea will be tossed after 30 minutes and the brew kettle will be emptied into our fermenting bucket using a strainer. Extra water will be added into the fermenting bucket to make 5 gallons. By carefully lowering the hydrometer, we will take a first reading before adding the yeast to test its gravity. Once we get the reading, we will add in the yeast and we will seal the bucket for a week. The lemons will be used for flavor, as we will use the grater to grate the skin off the lemons, where we will leave in a bowl before adding into our bottling bucket. We open the bucket to see how the fermentation process has gone by looking at its color, smelling it, and we will test for its gravity. We will siphon the fermenting bucket into our bottling bucket, where we will cut the lemons that we had in quarters and seal the bucket again. The bottling bucket has been draped with a cloth that has been absorbing cold water from the cooling bucket to ensure proper drop of temperature of at least 5 degrees daily. From there we will reopen the bucket to see the results of the second fermentation. We'll prepare to add the priming sugar to the bottling bucket along with the brew, as the priming sugar is added to 1 cup of water and heated until mixture has boiled for 5 minutes. We'll siphon the fermenting bucket and mix with the priming sugar as the brew is released into the bottling bucket at the same time. Before siphoning, make sure the bottling spigot is set on the closed position to prevent spillage. When the siphon flow is strong, we'll loosely cover the bottling bucket to prevent any foreign objects into the brew mix. With our brew towel in place under the bottling rack, we'll turn the spigot into the open position and use the bottle filler to fill each bottle until it reaches the top, and pull the bottle filler out to avoid spillage. As each bottle is filled, we'll cover with a sanitized bottle cap to prevent any foreign objects into the brew. Finally, as all the caps are in place, we'll use the bottle capper to seal each bottle and store in a cool place for a few weeks for final aging.